Hey guys, this is Zeddicus King. So a really good clip here that you guys can see that the dog's very unpredictable. It's a red zone case and it's a yellow lab. You'll never think labs do that, right? Not lab, not golden. You always think of a red zone case, it would be a pit bull, German Shepherd, Rottweiler, Doberman, whatever, right? Never a lab. So I'm gonna go over what I would do different, and I love Cesar. I have a lot of respect for him, but he gets bit a lot on national television, and it makes people think like, okay, the dog whisperer is getting bit. You know, what chances do we have? And I think he ended up adopting this dog because the family felt unsafe with her. And it's funny, the dog's name is Holly, and I mentioned this in my book that all dogs with human names or tough names are usually hard to train. So tough names are Capone, Rocky, Ninja, Stitch, Zeus. I mean, a strong name, right? King, Cleo, and human names, you already know it. All right, so check this out. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna break it down, and I will be really fair and trying to show you and explain everything from the dog's point of view as well as Caesar's point of view. And that's how my book is. By the way, my book is Dogs Decoded. It's on Amazon. You will see things from the dog's point of view when you read my book. You'll see things from your point of view, from the trainer's point of view, from your method's point of view, and the industry's point of view. All right, so check this out. Let's play this. Okay, so Caesar didn't say nothing. He didn't say nothing to Holly. He didn't say, okay, leave it, stop, out, enough, go on, whatever's the command. He didn't say nothing. He just, corrected the dog. And what Caesar does is his style of correction is he mimics a dog's bite. So he does this. Now dogs are faster and that doesn't work. So what I would use is I would use a pinch collar. Pinch collar, for example, works from a dog's point of view, right? And it does all around the neck. Pinch or prong collars, the same thing. And I would have the dog on the leash and I would jerk it and I would give a command. So that's way safer. So what would happen is Holly would either probably go after me still. It would try to go after the leash. It would go, try to just bark and snap and keep eating. So it would be a bunch of stuff, right? But bunch of scenarios. But just not saying anything and doing that, the dog's like, whoa, what are you doing? What's going on? What happened here? Okay, let's keep watching. Now that's a very strong gesture, right? Very confrontational, posture. Caesar wants to know, like, okay, don't you dare snap at me again. But remember, again, from the dog's point of view, Holly's like, what do you want? What are you doing? Okay, you don't want me eat? Okay, I'm not gonna eat no more. Okay, I'm gonna submit. As long as you leave me alone, I leave you alone, we're fine. Okay? So I'm gonna let him, you guys can decide you guys can listen to the original clip, but Caesar explaining what's going on in the dog's mind and how she's analyzing it. I don't know. From what I see is the dog like, what's going on? What happened? Who's this guy? Why can't I eat? I'm gonna stay here, and I guess if he leaves me alone, I'll leave him alone. That's it. Again, she's thinking if he leaves me alone, I'll leave him alone, and let's see what happens next, right? So he's explaining, the thing. That's the owner. Okay, now keep watching.
So okay. It's just a relaxation. It's an understanding.
Boom! You got bit. Oh. So what happened, guys? So the dog was like, again, I was just minding my own business. I was submitting, laying down. I didn't bite you. I didn't growl at you. I didn't come at you. You touched my face, and he already corrected me or tried to hit me or tried to whatever Caesar was trying to accomplish. I'm gonna bite you. And it wasn't just one bite, there was just like multiple bites. And what's interesting, guys, is Cesar didn't say nothing as he was getting bit. Nothing. Not no screaming, no stop it, nothing. The first thing people teach a dog, guys, is the word no. I don't care if you may be saying, I don't like to say, no, I like to use like Cesar does. Well, Cesar can pull it off. He's the dog whisperer, right? You're not. You're the dog yeller. So he didn't even do the, so he got bit there. He got bit really bad. We call that the typewriter bite, like old typewriter, where they go, like that. All right, so let's keep watching. It gets funnier and more crazier, in my opinion. Okay?
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, no kidding. So now that's a really wrong move. What Cesar's doing is just standing inches away from this dog. And look, his groin is right next to the dog's face. I mean, the dog can bite you again. So what, again, Cesar's doing is like, look, I'm not going to show fear. I'm not going to show fear. I'm not going to back down. I know you bit me. I don't want you to come out as the winner. But remember, from the dog's point of view, the dog, like, what were you doing? You corrected me, then you touched my face. I don't know you. I don't know you, and I don't care. I'm gonna bite you. And Cesar's like, oh my God. So this would have been avoided, guys, with a leash, with a pinch collar. If the dog's too fast for you, too strong for you, then you double leash the dog. You leash one leash is hooked up to a tree, to a pole, to the like a doorknob, and the second leash is hooked up to your to where you're holding it. And that's the one with the pinch collar, and you create this scenario where you correct the dog, say leave it out, and you let the dog know, like, okay, now you can eat. But remember, Cesar didn't say nothing when he was eating. When she was eating, he didn't say anything. He just let the dog eat, and then bam, he went and interfered. So in the dog's mind, like, what are you doing now? Again, the dogs don't always give you a warning. Dogs don't always growl. They don't always paw you. They don't always bark. They just barge in. That's what an alpha dog would do. So probably that's what Cesar was trying to do. Again, I'm a big fan of Cesar, guys. We think and train alike, like 90%. But I just don't do this kung fu grip. I don't do that. I don't do the and I don't roll dogs on their side. And I don't do any whispering. I'm loud and clear, right? I'm loud and clear. People don't pay me to whisper things to them. All right, moving on. Now, if he touches this dog again, he's gonna get bit again. I don't think he will. Okay, I'm putting some water there. I don't care whether he touches this dog's face again, neck, collar, he will get bit again. He will. I don't think he's gonna make this mistake.
No.
If he doesn't get bit, he's better than me. You're just not gonna make it. I don't care, even with the leash. I would get a leash, but even with the leash. So that's the owner, the dog's owner, like, man, dog whispers getting bit, what kind of chance we have? They're putting some saline on it. Okay. I don't think he's gonna touch that dog again. He better not.
I gotta go get some ice.
Okay, he didn't. Yeah, putting some ice on it. Yeah. So we have a saying, guys, good trainers, actually great trainers, don't get bit. They don't get bit, guys. So if a trainer tells you, look, I got this Tuesday and I got this Thursday, this bite was Friday, it's like, okay, when are you gonna learn? You gotta be always like 5-10 steps ahead of the dog. All right, if you want to learn more about dog psychology, guys, my book is Dogs Decoded. It's on Amazon. The subtitle is Dog Psychology from the Future. I also have a great podcast, that's Dog Secrets. I'm available on every platform, on Spotify, on Amazon, on Apple, you name it. Again, I'm a big fan of Cesar, guys. I really am. He opened the door to many people. But those are like, remember, at the end of the day, even experts make mistakes. And I would have handled this case totally different. And probably I would have walked away without a scratch, right? All right, peace out. Again, Zeddicus King. Thank you for watching.